Looks like a football field, huh? Got me some of this, some of that bad boy. Kombucha. They don't sell it in town. And I also got me a cup of ice, which I think she gave it to me for free. Let me see, where's that receipt? I know she gave me the receipt. Here we go. Let me see. Hell no, she didn't give it to me for free. She gave it a pretty good price though, not too bad. The hot dog was $2.50. Those hot dogs are pretty good. Kombucha is only $4, so that's pretty good. Thought it was closer to $5 last time. But they used to have a plastic piece on there, and not no more. So I'm gonna have me a little bit of this kombucha. So, yeah, the economy's shutting down. See, check out what color this kombucha is. Usually it'll be like a dark color, but see, this one, I guess this one is passion fruit and tangerine. That's one I couldn't remember last time. Alrighty, so let's go somewhere where I can talk to you a little bit more about this Bitcoin. Right? I'm sure just off the information I gave you right now, you're probably thinking, yeah, that's gambling. Right? You're probably thinking, oh, that's gambling. But I don't know if that's exactly gambling or not, right? Because they're saying right now that I guess it's called a bear market, right? No, a bull market. When the bull market starts, I'm just barely started figuring this stuff out today because so desperate. I mean, this is freaking, you know, it doesn't taste very good with ice. I've never drank it with ice before. But yeah, um they're saying that it's going to be a bull market, right? Every 3 years there's a bull market, and that's when the price starts going up. And that's why this Kawasaki dude, this rich dad poor dad guy, he just bought a whole bunch of it, and he says he thinks it's going to go up to $1.2 million. So I don't know about you, but that sounds very feasible to me. You know, considering what the things that are happening, what's going on with the economy, right? There's hyperinflation right now. They say that inflation is at like 15%. And it's gonna skyrocket even more, even especially if they flood more dollars, if they flood more money into the economy, into the circulation. Um, and well, um, you know, I I I went on I went online today, and I told him, I wrote him an email. I don't know who's answering the emails. It says Iman, but I don't know if it's, his helpers that he's got in there. But um, I tried signing up. Right? They said get a call from us. Get a call from us, and we will analyze your situation, your financial situation. So sign up for a call, and you could select the time. You could select like 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., whatever. So I kept selecting it, and it kept kicking me out because it said, it goes, uh, one of the questions that it asks is, it says, how soon do you want to start? And then on another question, it asks you, do you have $5,000 on you right now? Do you have $5,000 on you right now to invest? And so I guess if you say no, then they say that there's no need to call you then, right? So I was just started. I said I'm gonna go in, and because they're saying that there's a lot of bogus people who are full of baloney, who don't know what they're talking about, giving advice on crypto, and they're just you know con artists or whatever. And and you know um but to me, the way it's starting to look to me so far is, um it looks uh, pretty interesting, you know and you're talking about money. Shit, is that a curb? If it's a curb, this car will not go up it. Okay. um yeah, because you're talking about money, and so that's just frosting on the cake, huh? We'll find a good setting for you. Maybe if I turn this way. If I turn this way, but there's no telling what's out there. I guess that's pretty good. So, um, yeah, this is how come the other day it was more light? Well, when I was parked by somewhere, I'll go over here and park closer to the light. But um, what was I saying? What was I saying? Yeah, so he says, if you sign up right now, he says, I'm going to give you $500 worth of Bitcoin. And I'm like, well, why don't I just buy the Bitcoin myself right now, and then later on when I get some money, I'll go ahead and sign up for the school. And that seems like reasonable. And so now you have to figure out how to store your money, because you could either have a digital wallet, you know if you don't have, $1 million in there, you can get by with just having it on a digital wallet. But if not, you have to buy like a memory stick, and that keeps your information for your whole portfolio. And so uh, that's what I'm looking at right now. Because if this thing goes down, if it goes down and they collapse the economy and we go into hyperinflation, it's happened over and over again. The people thought that it would never happen to America, but look what's happening. The Federal Reserve is saying it's going down. The Federal Reserve Bank. And so when you got people like Robert Kawasaki, from Rich Dad Poor Dad, saying that he says, I think it's going to go up to $1.2 million next year in 2024. 2024 is right around the corner. And you know what's going on with BRICS. And so somebody would have to be really dumb to have the ability to invest in this and not invest in it right now. So I'm just like, I want to get that $500, and that you just buy it and just leave it, but I don't know the first thing, how do you store it, on your digital wallet or whatever like this. Then you have to find somebody trustworthy to buy it for you. So I guess there's a certain app out there. I'm listening to this one guy, and I don't know if it's true or not. He sounds believable, and he said his portfolio. He said he was working for his dad, and they were laying down floor, and he was going to college, and he put like, I think $1,000 in there, and just left it there. And then next thing you know, it started taking off into a bear market, because it goes into a bear market. That's when it starts climbing. It starts climbing every 3 years. And so they're saying that right now we're 1.5 years into this, slump or whatever, that within 1.5 years, it should go back into a bear market. That's when you want to have your money in there. That's when you want to buy some of it, because it's going to start increasing in value. And so that sounds like a pretty good deal. As far as all this other stuff, the altcoin and all this, I don't know how, you're supposed to learn all that stuff. I personally, myself, if you have somebody show you the wrong way, it's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth, right? So, it's got to be something that you like, something that you discover, right? That's what made this guy a millionaire, because he discovered it was like solving a what is that, Dick Tracy thing, right? He went in and he started seeing stuff, and the payoff is money. So and it ain't no joke. This is serious, man. You're talking about, homelessness. There's a lot of people who are going to go under. They're already going under. Look at all the people who are living in these camps. Everybody's going down getting free food. And what's going to happen when they run out of the free food? I mean, we don't know if it's really going to go there. You know, if it's going to get as bad as they say. They said there's going to be people out. You know, it's going to be you know really really bad. So I don't know if that's all true, but I know one thing. Uh, Got to get some of that Bitcoin. Bitcoin, Ethernet, no, Ethereum. There's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. And Elon Musk come out there and he said, well, my favorite is Dogecoin. He says, but if I were you, I wouldn't bet the farm on it. Oh. Steep little hill there. So you really can't go by what they say, right? They're all hiding the insider information. They don't want to tell you which one's good one. I don't want to climb that hill. It's too rough. It's too rough on it. Yeah, so I went down to Fresno today and I drug tested. And I went down to Lemoore. I didn't know what I was going to get to take home to eat, but I decided to go with a couple of fish sandwiches, and they were terrible. Terrible. I should be having something like some Vietnamese food or something like that. I saw that there were some Vietnamese restaurants there. Ideally, if I had an apartment in town, in Fresno, I could have, that. But as it is, sandwiches and whatnot. Yeah, so I think that's my strategy. I'm just gonna go ahead and figure it out on my own, learn how to do the trading on my own, buy the Bitcoin on my own, and then after I save up a little bit of money, hopefully before before like Thanksgiving, hopefully around Halloween, and I can register for the school and find out what they're teaching. But as for right now, I think I'm just gonna do my own research and try buying some myself. I don't know how the hell to do it, but there's plenty of books out there. I was listening to, what's his name? He doesn't even look like him. Keitomoto Sashti Yokomoto. It was kind of funny because he was talking about, he's the guy who invented Bitcoin. And he was talking about he sent his computer down to get repaired, and I don't think he's being honest. I think he's BSing. And he says he left the hard drive in it, and they took the hard drive out and they threw it away, and it had his Bitcoin program or whatever on there. Kevin Trudeau is also selling membership for advice for 25 bucks. Right? 25 bucks. And you get to rub elbows with millionaires and all this other stuff. And I believe in that. But it's just on the back burner right now, and I can't get into the school until more than likely, because I want to get in ASAP. But the way it's looking is, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be researching on how to buy my own crypto. And then, like what are September, next month's October, that's Halloween. So by Halloween, I'm in this class. If there's still spots to be, or it's not meant to be. This stuff ain't no joke. What's going on ain't no joke, man. So Kevin Trudeau says that his new mission is to help the people. That's what he's going to be focusing on. He says, my new mission is to help you. Showing. Oh, because it's faced on me. was so close. I was so close that I was like, man, I got to get in this program. And I told him, I said, okay. I said, I was like almost ready to sign up because he's got a couple of different options for you to sign up. And I told him, okay, well, what about the $500 in Bitcoin? And he said something. He said such and such it would be invalid. And so I'm like, okay, back to the drawing board. So I go in and I do some more research. I go in, I start looking for books. And there's a couple books. I don't know which ones are good ones. But then I found this one guy on one of the websites there, and he's offering, to where you can buy the stuff off this app that he's talking about. I forget what it's called. I'll have that information probably tomorrow. But start with the new company. So I don't know if I'll be on my way to Texas or not. But if this company doesn't have something available, like, I've never driven one of these kind of trucks before, so I want to see what they're like. And there's another company going all the way to the East Coast, so we'll see. There's another company running loads. See, I should show you that whoever's putting this blacktop road, they put a big old mound on there. What in the hell are they thinking? Are they trying to mess up people's cars? But yeah, one is doing round trips to the East Coast. And that's the fastest way to save up some cash. If you don't run into some butt heads, like, all kinds of creeps lurking out there. So that's the fastest way, because you get paid by the mile. So it's obvious that that's the fastest way to make money, is by the farther you go, the more money you make. So I went over and I drug tested, and I took off, and I was going to go down and get me some Kentucky Fried Chicken. Then I ended up just going, I got myself a couple donuts, and then I was like, got enough fuel to make it to Lemoore, so I want to get I'll get some Kentucky Fried Chicken right there in Lemoore. So I took off, and I thought, hey, they got fish sandwiches there at the other place. So I got the fish sandwiches because there were 2 for $6. Oh man, I was that a mistake. And so went to the fast strip to get fuel, and they had the whole place yellow taped. So I had to drive all the way out to the Indian Gaming Center. No there was a whole bunch of people out there running around like, what do these people do, you know? I mean, what is that, gambling or something? They get all excited off gambling? And yeah, they were running around there and so I got $28 worth of fuel. It was 6.3 gallons. And I drove home and I start researching this Bitcoin, because that's what I'm, you know, that's what I've been trying to do here. And because 99% of the population has no idea what's going on with the economy. 99% of the population don't even know what what's her name, Yeltsin, whatever her name is, said about the dollar. So I'm like, there's no time to waste. I gotta get myself some Bitcoin immediately. But once I'm driving on my way down there to who knows where, Dallas or the East Coast, you know, then there goes all my time for doing research on how to get the Bitcoin. So I think I'll go ahead and buy all 3 or 4 Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dodge. It's called Dodgy, something like that. Dogecoin. My next endeavor is finding out how to view the Bitcoin, the current state of it, how much it's worth right now. That's my next endeavor, to try and find out where you go, you know, when you go to bitcoin.com or something. That way it shows you how much it's worth. You can buy some and you can tell if the value's going up on it. But it's supposed to kick on the 20th, and that's supposed to start the bear market, or I mean the bull market. The bull market means that it's gaining value, and then bear market means that it's losing value, I think. I'm pretty sure. wish I would have got in on the bandwagon for this hacking, computer hacking. I just barely missed the boat on that, because I was just barely starting Fresno City College. I was taking a class down there. I was taking CAD, and right when I got into the college, that's when they pulled all the computer stuff off the shelf. They used to have a computer class where you can build your own computer. They had it right up there on the display. Had it all, you know, motherboard out there and power supply and everything. They were showing you how to build computers, how they worked. So I just barely missed that. I guess they figured out they don't want no hackers out there. So they stopped teaching people about the computers. They got rid of the class. So I just barely missed it. If I'd have been a little bit sooner, you know, but you know, I guess it wasn't in the cards. But if I'd have been, you know, a semester sooner, I know I would have taken that class, because I was wanting to build a computer when the 286 first came out, the IBM 286. And I never did build one. Never got into digital. The digital circuits didn't interest me. But the online class was totally cool. You build your own meter, and you know, the meter, that's digital. You know, because it's got a microprocessor in it, and you build your own meter. It was called National Radio Institute, and that was one of the best schools ever. And after you build that, you know, audio circuits, that's what I wanted to learn, was audio. I was like, how does it amplify the sound? I remember I called one of the instructors there, and I said, where does the extra power come from? he starts saying, you know, this and that. You know, I was just like, I guess I didn't understand what he was saying, but I guess it comes to you later on after you've slept. But it's really super simple. All right. Once you understand it, it's just like a water faucet. Yeah, that class was so much fun. The way they presented it, it was totally cool compared to the crappy electronics class that I took at college. That class was a joke. I don't see how they could get such bad teachers. Is that a cat? No, it's a bag. I don't see it. I mean, that was pathetic. But I guess what they were doing is they were trying to discourage the students, so the students would drop out and they were, you know, they were taking all the Pell Grants and all kinds of money. It was a big old fiasco. That is a crying shame. But the home study course was great. You know, they used to advertise those in magazines. They'd have a little card there with postage paid card. You just check whichever one you like. You know, you want audio, you want to learn, you know, do you want to learn computers, do you want to learn whatever you want to learn. They were teaching it by correspondence. This is before there was computers, so it was all through the mail. Right? They'd send you your test in the mail. It'd take about like a week for them to send the mail. But it was totally cool because it was like suspense to receive the next module, and each module was just cool. And of course, Radio Shack was still around, so. Yeah, each module was like Christmas, because it had all the, you know, transistors and resistors, and everything was packaged like a, you know, game. They had it really super cool. The only part I didn't really learn was the superetrodyne, right? The FM transmission, you know, transceivers, because the information is wrong. They don't want you to know that stuff, so the information is wrong. It's like it wasn't making sense. Yep. And that's the part where I dropped out. You know? I guess I didn't finish paying for the class or something. Everything I wanted. Right? Like Sherwood stereo you work on. It's pretty neat. I got a thumbs up. I don't know who gave the thumbs up. I don't know if that was me or not. No, if it was me, it'd turn blue, huh? So I got this hot dog in here, and I guess tomorrow I'm gonna start working, because this inflation ain't no joke. This is craziness. This is freaking craziness. And it's supposed to get much, much worse. It's supposed to go into high inflation. And so the to be done, it's either this or you know, this ain't no joke. It's like the lifeboat. This is it. And so we'll see what happens tomorrow in the morning. I hate to fill out all that paperwork, but you know, once I'm back traveling, I'm not going to be able to do this, but you have to you have to have income coming from somewhere, you know. So this is priority. So I'm just going to jump in there and take off. And um so it'll be like 7 days that I won't even be able to do anything with the crypto or the school. It'll be 7 days before I can even, uh, you know, uh, buy my buy the stuff. And so after I get my first check, I'll um, I'll probably enroll in the school because this is almost uncomprehendable. This is chronic stress. You know, these what's going on with the financial things right now, and so um, it's either sink or swim.